Welcome to Celebrity Investing, your go-to source for insights, tips, and updates on navigating the exciting landscape of personal and global finance. Please like, share, and subscribe for more exclusive content. This is part 1 of Debt Management and Credit Repair, smart strategies to take control of your finances. Money stress can take a toll on every part of life, from your well-being to your future plans. If you're juggling debt or struggling with a low credit score, you're not alone, and there's a way forward. Managing debt and repairing credit aren't just about numbers, they're about creating stability and regaining control of your financial life. This guide will give you clear steps to tackle debt, rebuild credit, and move closer to financial freedom, one choice at a time. Let's make a plan that works for you. Understanding debt. Debt is a financial obligation that happens when you borrow money to pay for something now and promise to return it later, often with interest. It's not inherently bad. Many people rely on debt for major purchases like homes or education. However, how you manage it determines whether it works for or against you. Let's break down the common types of debt and the potential consequences of carrying too much. Types of debt. Not all debt is created equal. Understanding the types can help you better handle them and prioritize repayment. Here's the breakdown. Secured debt. This type of debt is tied to an asset, like a home or car. Mortgages and auto loans are common examples. If you don't repay secured debt, the lender can seize the asset used as collateral. Because it's backed by property, interest rates tend to be lower than for other types of debt. Unsecured debt. Unlike secured debt, unsecured debt isn't linked to any physical asset. Credit cards, personal loans, and medical bills fall into this category. Since there's no collateral at risk, lenders often charge higher interest rates, making this type more expensive to maintain over time. Revolving credit. This is a flexible form of borrowing where you can repeatedly borrow up to a set limit. Credit cards are the most common example. The minimum payment structure can make revolving credit convenient but also risky. If you're not careful, the debt can grow quickly due to high interest rates. Installment loans. These loans are paid back in fixed amounts over a specified time frame, such as student loans or personal loans. Unlike revolving credit, installment loans have a clear beginning and end, which makes them easier to plan around and budget for. Knowing what type of debt you're dealing with is the first step toward making informed decisions about repayment strategies. The negative impacts of debt. Debt may feel like a quick solution, but when it gets out of hand, it can impact your life in more ways than one. Let's take a closer look at how lingering debt can weigh you down. Credit score damage. Late or missed payments, high credit utilization, and accounts sent to collections all hurt your credit score. A lower score makes it harder to get approved for loans, credit cards, or even rental housing. Worse yet, poor credit often means higher interest rates, creating a costly cycle. Mental and emotional strain. Living with unmanageable debt can feel like carrying a heavy backpack every day. Stress over bills and money can lead to anxiety, depression, and even relationship problems. It's hard to focus on the future when you're constantly worried about making ends meet. Financial instability. The more debt you have, the harder it becomes to save for emergencies or long-term goals, like retirement. Debt payments can eat up a significant portion of your income, leaving little room to handle unexpected expenses. This can create a paycheck-to-paycheck lifestyle that's hard to break free from. To keep debt in check, it's crucial to understand its consequences and develop a plan to avoid or minimize its impact. The sooner you address it, the easier it is to stay in control of your finances. The basics of credit scores. Your credit score is one of the most important numbers in your financial life. It's not just a random figure, it's a snapshot of your creditworthiness that lenders, landlords, and even some employers use to evaluate you. Understanding how credit scores work can help you make smarter decisions and avoid unnecessary financial hurdles. What is a credit score? A credit score is a 3-digit number that represents how likely you are to repay borrowed money. Think of it as your financial reputation boiled down into a single number, ranging from 300 to 850. The higher your score, the more trustworthy you appear to lenders. Credit scores are calculated using the information in your credit report, which tracks your borrowing and repayment behavior. The most widely used scoring model is the FICO score, though there are others like VantageScore. These models analyze your financial habits and assign you a score based on how risky or reliable you seem as a borrower. Why does this matter? A higher credit score typically means access to lower interest rates, higher credit limits, and better loan terms. On the other hand, a low score can make borrowing expensive, or even impossible, and could limit opportunities in other areas, like renting an apartment. Your credit score is like a financial GPA. It constantly updates based on how you manage your credit, so small actions can make a big difference over time. Factors affecting your credit score. Credit scores aren't random. They're based on specific components that reflect how you manage credit. Knowing these factors can help you prioritize changes to improve your score. Here's what goes into determining your credit score. Payment history, 35%. This is the most important factor. Have you been paying bills on time? Lenders want to see a consistent history of on-time payments, as missed payments suggest higher risk. Even one late payment can drop your score significantly, so paying on time is critical. Credit utilization, 30%. This measures how much of your available credit you're using. It's expressed as a percentage. If you have a $10,000 credit limit and a $4,000 balance, your utilization is 40%. Experts recommend keeping utilization below 30%, but lower is always better. Length of credit history, 15%. How long have your accounts been open? Older accounts show stability, and the average age of your accounts can help boost your score. Closing older accounts can hurt this factor, so think carefully before shutting down older credit cards. Credit mix, 10%. This looks at the kinds of credit you use. A mix of installment loans, like car loans, and revolving credit, like credit cards, shows you can handle different types of debt. While it's not a huge chunk of your score, it can be a helpful boost. New credit inquiries, 10%. Each time you apply for credit, a hard inquiry is added to your report. Too many inquiries in a short time period can make you look desperate for credit, which can lower your score. Try to space out applications when possible. These factors are like pieces of a puzzle, each playing a role in your overall score. Small, consistent improvements in these areas can add up, helping you build and maintain a healthier credit profile. Strategies for effective debt management. Managing debt doesn't have to feel overwhelming. By breaking it down into manageable steps, you can take charge of your finances and create a path toward financial freedom. Whether it's building a budget, prioritizing repayment, or negotiating with creditors, the right strategies can help you stay in control and reduce stress. Let's explore some practical ways to manage debt effectively. Creating a budget. A budget is the cornerstone of debt management. Not knowing where your money is going is like driving without a map. You're unlikely to reach your destination. A budget lets you see the big picture, prioritize spending, and allocate funds toward debt repayment. Here's how you can create one that works. Track your income and expenses. Start by writing down all sources of income and every expense, no matter how small. Use bank statements, receipts, or budgeting apps to get a clear snapshot of where your money goes each month. Separate needs from wants. Take a hard look at your spending. Are you paying for necessities like housing, food, and utilities first? Identify areas where you can cut back on non-essential expenses like dining out or subscriptions. Stay tuned and continue to watch our videos to gain valuable insights into the world of finance. Subscribe, like, and share to continue your journey to financial success.